Hello, I'm Amber Uper, and this is a model kit review. And for this kit review, we have a 1/72nd scale model of the Martin, Maryland 2-engine bomber. Now, this is a plane that was developed in the just before World War II period, and they were used early in the war. They were replaced fairly early in the war with other more advanced designs. So let's take a look at what's in the box. First, let's look at the side art. So we have that. Now, this kit was produced by Eastern Express, which is a Russian company. It says here it was based in Moscow. So there's your art for the side of the box, and this is in Russian. And then we take a look at the other side, and this is some of their other kits. The end art here. So let's open the box and see what's in it. This is a vintage kit, as you can see. I don't know how old these kits are, but I don't know when these were produced. But it's definitely a vintage kit. So the first thing I see is the instructions. So let's take a look at those first. Now let's read the words here. This airplane was developed by Martin Company in 1938. A bunch of them were ordered by the French Air Force, or French Army, Air Force, whatever, before the war. And only 145 of them were delivered to France before its capitulation. The rest were bought by the RAF. An order for 115 more was placed. Some of them were handed over to South Africa. Let's see, they were used in North Africa and Sicily in 1940 and 41. Absence of armor and fuel tank protection, poor armament led to big losses that forced the firm to create a new type in 1941. And from 1941, Marylands were replaced by the new types in all war theaters. So there's that. All right. So here's your instructions. Now this thing, I believe this was started by somebody. It's a used kit that was bought off of eBay. So here's your basic kit assembly instructions. And let's take a look at this side of the page. And the exterior assemblies. Here's your wheel assemblies. So, here's the back. Shows variations that you can build with the canopies open or closed, and the access hatch open. And it's got flaps apparently that are movable. Here's your decals, and this is your paint colors. And it shows you basically where to put your decals on the plane. So there's your instructions. They're pretty basic, but they're good enough to build the model. So here is your decals. You can really tell that this is an older model by the condition of the decals. They seem like they might still be good, but the background paper is gotten a bit of, well, whatever you want to call it, fading or whatever. They are what they are, right? All right, let's look at the model kit. So here is one sprue. And these are not as finely molded as some of the newer kits are these days, but they're not horrible looking at it. There's your two pilot figures and the gunner that goes in the top turret. Your tail wings. This looks like wheel flaps. This is probably in the wheel flaps in the closed position, should you choose to do that. Here's your landing gear struts, your tail wheel. I believe that's your radio antenna. So that's one. The next one is, I think there was a body half that was in here. Here's a propeller, two motors, and I don't know if these are like motor halves. I think they are. This is like the back half of the motor, because you look at this, here's the front half of the motors. So here's wheel halves. There's one wheel. Here's the other wheel halves. Here's your motor backs. Here's your motor fronts. Your cowlings, both propellers. So we have that. And we have, oh, okay. So this is 2/2 of a tail wing. And some other parts here. I'm not sure what these are. Might be machine guns, actually. Defensive machine guns. Okay, so we'll pull this. Here's your body parts. 2/2 of the body. You can see that this was already started because the interior here has already been put in. There's your other half. So here's the size of the plane when it's done. Alright, now here's one wing, another wing. These are the top halves of the wing. And here's the bottom half, and the other bottom half. And then we have some loose parts. Here's a couple of cowlings, engine cowlings. Let's see, I don't know what else is in here. Other stuff in the box. There's stuff in here that, brown stuff in here that didn't come from this model. I'm guessing it's from some other model. Because like I said, this is used. Here's your assembled upper turret. Apparently they assembled it without the figure going in it. This wasn't, it doesn't come assembled like this. This was whoever had the model first and started the assembly. And then here's your clear parts. Maybe you can get a better view of them like that. Clear parts are so hard to show on camera. So you got all your, here's your nose windows, your upper canopy. I believe this is the upper canopy for, or maybe this is a lower canopy. Yeah, to look out the bottom. And here's the nose part of the canopy. A couple side windows. There's enough clear parts to do the whole thing. Of course, you know, you would expect that from a model. So it's got a fair amount of parts in it. This should build into a pretty decent kit, depending on how well the alignment pins do on this kit, which we can take a look at real quick here. Okay, that's not horrible. It lines up pretty well as far as that goes. Probably going to have to use rubber bands to glue it together or something. But that's pretty typical of a lot of kits. So, that's how the kit goes together. So that's my model kit review for this kit. And I will put the box kit back here so you can see the box. So there you have it. That's my model kit review for the Martin 167 Maryland as produced by Eastern Express in 1/72 scale. Thanks for watching.